Thank you, Dr. Griesbach. Chad Stubenbort, resident of Monroeville. All right, so just to be clear, after the reassessment, the millage rate was 1.8, correct?
Are we talking about the 2018
Whoever
budget?
would like to answer.
It's a 2018 budget discussion?
Yes, I will be.
That's what the public comment's for.
Correct, so, all right, well, after the reassessment was 1.8 mil. So you were talking about 4 mil equaling $400, so the taxes would have gone from $180 on a $100,000 house up to $400. And although the budget itself doesn't call for a 1 mil increase in the manager's address, which is included within the budget, it does request another 1 mil increase for capital improvement projects, correct?
That's correct.
So with that being said, I was just curious as to where council sat on that, if you guys are in support of that or if you guys are opposed to that.
The budget does not call for a tax increase. It's in the message, but the budget which we vote on, if we vote on it as is, does not increase the millage rate.
Chad, I can recommend, okay, in my
Absolutely, and as a
recommendation.
constituent, I can ask of my council
Council
people.
carries
what
policy, they carry tax increases,
Absolutely.
and that is up to them.
Oh, which is why I'm here to ask.
Well, apparently it doesn't matter what we tell you because you make stuff up anyway. So we raised taxes once. It was agreed upon when we came in here, and you said we raised them 3 times. What were the other 2?
So, well, that's not really about this, but I would love to address that. So it started off at 1.8.
That's what it says in the paper.
Correct. So it started off at 1.8 after the reassessment, correct?
That's
In a
correct.
reassessment year, you can only raise up to 5%, correct? So you raised the 5%. You then went to
We
court.
didn't raise it.
Who's we? Because I wasn't here when that happened.
You were not. Councilman Griesbach and others were.
Whoa.
Okay, so it was raised from 1.8. It was
Raised. That's a better
It
statement.
was raised 5%. You then had to go to court to raise it to 2.2 mils,
But the
correct?
council did not raise the first time, correct? The assessment did that.
No, the assessment took it to 1.8, from 2 mil down to 1.8.
Okay, so we did not raise it.
Correct. Just
If
say
if
correct.
everyone, for 1 second, if we could all just pull this in for a second, we're going to be, let's talk about the 2018 budget.
Absolutely.
For everyone here.
But for everyone's sake, I mean, I was just called a liar here. I'd like to
Well, you
simply
are.
point out,
You are.
went from
And you'll
1.8.
continue to lie. And I'm about done hearing it. How's that? I could keep going and doing this all night, Chad. I'm done listening to you. I'm not running for council. You're trying to run for mayor, that's fine. I'm not. As a constituent, I like who's sitting here. I don't like you twisting people's words. I don't like you making up numbers. It's not good for this community. Continue. I just need people to know that you don't tell the truth.
Very good. So it was at 1.8 mil. It was raised 5%, correct, Manager Little? It then had to go to court to be taken up to 2.2 mils. That was the second. There's 2 ordinances passed in 2013 for 2 tax increases. And then in the subsequent year, it was raised to 4 mil, right? It went from 2.2 to 4. So yes, it went from 1.8, raised 5%.
Are you saying you wouldn't have listened to the court?
You have to listen to the court.
The court lowered it from 2 mil and made it net neutral to 1.8 mil. The council raised it 5%, the maximum amount you can raise in a reassessment year.
Not this council.
There were members that were on the council then. I'm not saying anyone individually. I'm saying the council raised it 5% in 2013. Then went to the court to petition to get it up to 2.2 mil. 2.2 mil was then raised to 4 mil. Is that accurate, Mr. Little?
We raised taxes in 2014, about 1.6, it was 1.59 something. So it was, so between, there's a tax increase between 2.2 and 2.4. There was, there's a missing link there. If I don't know if,
No, it went from 2.2 to 4.0, correct?
that's what I don't know.
Okay. So there were 3 tax increases.
No,
That's-
I don't think it was 2.2, Chad. I think it was something like 2.
Well, I can email you all
something.
copies. In 2013, there were 2 ordinances passed with 2 tax increases. And then there was this substantial increase that took it up to 4 mil.
Can I ask you what that has to do with us?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Mr. Claire why he inquired.
No, you
No,
put it
you
in the
put it in the
paper.
paper.
Correct.
Well,
What's that have to do with us?
I'm not running against you, Mr. Harvey. I'm not trying to make this into anything other than asking.
You make
2018
everything into
budget
everything,
hearing.
Chad. It's what you do.
So in the 2018 budget.
Mr. Stubenbort, could you, 2018 budget, please.
Okay.
You have the floor.
Absolutely. The 2018 budget, I'm just simply inquiring, Manager Little is requesting a 1 mil increase for capital improvement projects only. I understand that. I'm just simply asking where council stands on that. I believe that everyone has the right to know where people stand on that. Does anyone want to answer? If not, that's fine.
Until we get through these
Thank you for your
budget
time.
hearings, I have nothing.
And once again, to clarify, there is in the budget message that Mr. Little presented, the message, he recommended a 1 mil increase for capital improvements, which is roads, storm drains. However, that is not in the budget. The budget that we are voting on, if we pass the budget as is, there is no tax increase, just to be clear. Any other public comments on 2018 budget?